I want to talk about this for a second. The Red Wings game last night, and it was electric, and it was a lot of fun, and the game was fun, and the Red Wings lost in overtime. They did come back and get a point out of it, but that's not the story. This Alex DeBrincat thing, where Steve Yzerman brings him in, Yzerman's got to make a move, makes a move, does it, and Alex DeBrincat's probably the most electric goal scorer right now in the National Hockey League, and we're almost 10% of the way through the season. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't a 2-game stretch or anything like that. And I'm trying to think, has any athlete ever come to Detroit and popped off the way that Alex DeBrincat has popped off? Like just in terms of bringing them in from somewhere else, and he comes in here, he is dominating the league right now. Their power play is hitting at a 41% clip. Think about that for a minute. It's absurd, D-Mac.
No, it really is, and trying to rack my brain about an established guy to come in. The one that I can think of is sort of what the effect of what Shanahan had, right? What Brendan Shanahan had when we added him in the 96-97 season, went down to score 49 goals that year. But first game against LA, I believe he scored, and I think he even had a fight and stuff like this. But different impact, but having sort of the same throughout the lineup. And you can't. And what is the common denominator, Neil? It's puck in the back of the net. Mm-hmm. Look at and last night you scored 5 again, right? Now you get 1 point, you lose, which is going to be sort of the theme. You're going to be able to put up points. You see, the game last night is exactly what your team is built for, and why we say that power play is so important. And early on, Seattle, who had given up 1 power play goal all season, right, had shut Detroit down, and then bing, bang, boom. That's how quick that they can operate and get back in a game, right? So, and that's what a guy like DeBrincat can do, but he does it through the building. And here's the other thing, right, which you have to look at. How are they doing it too? I mean, Fabry's on the injury list, but the 13 guys in the lineup last night had a goal. Mm-hmm. At least one throughout the lineup, man. It's that down the way. I saw Daniel Sprong with a quote the other day of talking about how he was saying to the Seattle guys, and if you notice, Seattle, that was a fast game last night.
Yes, it
Seattle's
was
one of the best skating teams in the league. Skating defense and stuff like this. But Sprong said it reminds me of our team in Seattle, which was fast, tenacious, could roll 4 lines. Right? And that's sort of the impact and the catalyst when you have a guy at the top. Right? So if I was going to bring, it's an analogy, it might be the effectiveness of what Brendan Shanahan had come to our lineup.
And it's not just DeBrincat on the power play. Gostisbehere, too. The guy is a wizard. And last night, when he had that goal, fucking Gentry leans over the boards or leans
and went,
over the top, and he's
no.
looking down at me. I look because he said it a couple weeks ago that this guy's like a forward out there, and it's been impressive.
Hell yeah.
No, and really it has been. And the overriding reason that I wanted to bring this up now is because I just want everyone to take stock. And I'm not saying it's finished and the finish line has been crossed and they're here and they're Stanley Cup contenders and all that stuff. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, in the middle of the week, in the throes of the Lions doing things that we have never seen before, sans last Sunday, even though we had seen last Sunday before. In the middle of that, here we are, and I know viewership clicks take a hit. I know that. I understand that. But damn it, they deserve to be in the conversation. They deserve your attention. If you are a quote-unquote Detroit sports fan and this is Hockey Town, you should be watching them because they are entertaining. When I had quasi meltdowns about the Red Wings before, D-Mac, when we first started this show a couple years ago, what was my overriding reason for anger? They're not watchable. Mm-hmm. Oh, they don't score goals.
No one was watchable.
Yeah, they don't score goals.
No, forget the hockey team, all the sports. Right, so now that look at the Look at the way that it is all throughout every sport. You mentioned that the Pistons are starting tonight. How do you not say who's your hottest team in town? It is the Red Wings. After the start they've gotten, and they've set themselves up with, and it doesn't stop, right? This season begins. You got another home game tomorrow, right? Which is imperative to go out there and win that game. So when you look at it, you have a 3-game homestand that you go 2-0-1. That's gonna be tops in the league.
And I'll tell you what, on top of, obviously the power play has been fantastic and they're scoring a lot more goals. I noticed, especially in that 3 unanswered goals stretch last night, the face-offs, man. Comfort and Larkin were automatic on the face-offs. They're getting the puck, especially on
It's not
the
a tough
power
game,
play.
man.
How about that? Remember that conversation we used to have 2 years ago about can you win a draw?
face-off?
Right, where it's possession, where it's the little things, where it's, and they still, they got to tighten up, still in some different spots, but you're watching a different team. You're definitely watching a different team. But doing the little things, like Spenny said.
I just wanted to get it out there. Like they deserve your attention, and they are entertaining. They're everything you say you want, right? Like in this desolate landscape of Detroit sports that we've been walking through. If you're a Detroit sports fan, you need to be watching this team because they are fun to watch. And look, I'm a big Husso guy. You guys know. Let a softy or two in last night. He did. But this is what we got going forward, right? This isn't a Stanley Cup championship team. Now, when the power play is not clicking at 41% a couple weeks from now, and maybe they, lose a game or two.
You don't put those demons on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. when they lose a game or two, guess what? Remember this, because they are on their way. They are. And there are a lot of you, and I'm saying you people in the chat, because there are a lot of you. When we talked about the Steve Yzerman thing, he's standing by. And a lot of prominent people, a lot of prominent media in this town as well, said, oh, you guys just blindly defend Steve Yzerman. Look at this team now. And as we said, the primetime goal scorer is the one that's going to unlock everything. And he went and got him. So here we go. It's not over. They're not winning the cup. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, they are.
Next 75 games.
Bring Stanley home.
Bring it home right now. Get the car flag. Spenny.
Car flags, bust them out.
Real quick, and a couple things I saw Mike G. The atmosphere. Talk about the atmosphere in LCA right now, because if you want a good night out, and everybody has got it, starting to get it, but that place is rocking.
Oh yeah,
especially after they tied it up. Oh my God, it was a playoff.
Well, you can feel the momentum in there, right?
Yeah.
And you can see the crowd feel the momentum, and you can feel the boys on the ice get behind it. Neil, another question I wanted to ask you is because you were dialed into the Frozen Frenzy.
Frozen Frenzy.
How was it?
I liked it. I liked it. They kind of bounced around the games and stuff like that. Here's the problem they're going to run into. A, the name is stupid. We talked about that yesterday. It's a very stupid name.
That's fair.
B, I noticed this, and this kind of happened to me, and then I realized, and I was like, dude, come on. We are conditioned in a red zone fashion where if they go on to a game, we expect a goal. And that's just not the way it works. Like you can't pop in. Oh, they have the puck inside the blue line. We got a situation in Buffalo. No, you can't go there and do that. I just think that because of the way people are programmed, they're not going to like it because it's not a goal. It's not. You don't just get on the screen and boom, instantly it's a goal within 2 minutes.
Right.
I think people are, and the name's stupid. The name is stupid. Frozen Frenzy.
Somebody mailed it in.
Should be the power play.
Yeah. It sounds like like Gentry created that after he sneezed.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
The problem with that, Spenny,
Frozen Frenzy.
the power play is the name of the package on ESPN Plus where you see all the games. It's called the ESPN Power Play.
Okay.
So I don't know, call it the man advantage, something, dude, something. Frozen Frenzy ain't it, everybody?
Shootout.
What? Just not Frozen Frenzy.
Yeah.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, DNCENT. Man, you guys are making BMG and Spenny sound like Make-A-Wish kids.
We basically are, man.
Yeah, but they're ours.
Yes. Young Jay. I haven't seen you here before, Young Jay. Appreciate you tapping into the show. Everyone telling me the Lions are frauds now after a bad loss. That's just how it goes, Neil. AC, what do you mean, you people? You people, the anti-Steve Yzerman contingent. That's you people. And there were a lot. And you guys know this. I know you're all going to like run and cut now, but you guys know this. You were out there.
So you call it Don Cherry's hockey night? Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
I'm good on Don Cherry.
Yeah, kind of a piece of trash human.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, kind of a piece of trash human. Everybody, that's what he is.